I'm trying to download this stupid demo and it's not working. I want to play this stupid game. What the f- To be completely honest, I am not going to make this video about like the whole pirate software thing. There are a lot of other people who have covered it way more in depth, and to be completely honest, I find a lot of the drama kind of stupid. I think that the catalyst of the drama being him goofing up a World of Warcraft raid is like probably the stupidest thing that could have happened. I mean, it is a jerk move, but is it bad that I want to be like, it's a video game? Why are you people so mad? And I'm not saying that like I'm better than people. I rage at video games quite a bit. When I rage at a video game, I usually just turn my computer off. I lived through multiple chapters of my life, and this game is still in development. I got spoiled on the plot a little bit because I remember watching Jacksepticeye play it forever ago. This was like when the game first got put on Steam. I didn't have a computer at the time, so I wasn't able to play Heartbound. Don't get me started on my really horrible Eddsworld phase I had at the time too, because I remember seeing this game and I was like, I could play as Eddsworld before realizing that this is an original character. Anytime I saw a white guy with brown hair and a green hoodie, I was like, Eddsworld! Yay! I actually drew Heartbound fan art as a kid. It's somewhere in one of my sketchbooks. Oh my god, it's Aaron Dragon's hair! Yeah, Heartbound. Oh jeez, everything is really loud. Turn that shit down. Is that normal? Is that supposed to happen? I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Oh, the pixel art's really cute though. Aw. Okay, so I didn't fuck up the controls. When was this game written? Can I turn on my light? Here we go. Oh, yikes! Lore? Heh, I guess you're right. Let's press on, you silly mutt. Oh god. I like the lightning effect, that's cool. And that's cool. I was expecting it to kind of get reflected on Lore and the dog. I would open it myself, but pause and stuff. Oh, I see what you did there. Turn on the stove? Yeah. Let's burn this whole house down. Did I not see the light working before? Because it's doing it now. Okay, I saw some people complaining about the dialogue. I personally don't think it's too bad, but it is, like, pretty quippy. Like, getting ready for a Viking LARP? I won't judge you. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go back in the house, I think. He let his inner beast out, I see. Oh, I didn't expect a pushing animation, that's cool. I forget that the animation's actually really good. What? It's just a nightmare. This isn't real. Not beating the Eddsworld allegations there with that picture. Oops. This is kind of embarrassing. This shit is embarrassing. I forgot I'm really bad at PC games. Oh, here's the best song in the game. I remember using this song to sleep when I was a kid, because it's so peak. How do you know my name? I'll tell you when you're older. As for me, you may call me Binder. Am I the only one that thinks that's like a sex joke? Is this guy's dad, like another world or something? See, you found Agnes. Her bark is worse than her bite, I can assure you. Woo, 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 woo. Hope this works. Great job getting through that. Let me know if you need help. Yeah, let me just ask for help from a disembodied voice. Quality plan. I heard that. Bro, this summer, we're gonna be true Viking champions! Lore and his dog Baron go on the adventure of a lifetime. He's right behind me, isn't he? Wait a second. Oh my god. I remember when this game first came out, and I used to watch pirate software on Twitch. And I had a feeling, I never said it, but I had a feeling in my head, deep down, that he was not going to finish this damn game. And how did I know that? Because I go check Twitch and I'd be like, oh, I'm hoping he'll finish his game, he'll work on it, like do a dev stream. I check Twitch, I check YouTube, and it's just VODs of him like playing World of Warcraft. I remember watching Yonder dev videos and being like, oh wow, I hope this game gets released one day. But then because I was such a dumbass kid, I didn't realize how weird it was. And I had that same feeling come up when I checked Pirate Software's YouTube channel. And I saw his VODs of him just playing games instead of working on the game. I mean, to be honest, he did work on the game for like a little bit, and then he just started streaming on Twitch all the time. I'm so glad it was a broke kid and I didn't pledge any money to this game, because I would be so pissed now. Wait, something's wrong. Binder, what's... Lord, get out of here! I didn't even pick the bad option. I didn't even do any of the evil options as it was playing. Can't run this time. It feels... Hey, yo! It's always that one that gets me. Is this another scripted loss? Knowing this game, it probably is a scripted loss. So I guess I can still win, even if I suck horribly? You were right. Sorry to say that's all we have right now. The rest of the game isn't finished yet. It will be soon, though. Last time I checked Twitch, he's been, saying he's ran out of mana. And he plugs his Twitch at the end. I really think the game has potential. I mean, I guess I'll start with what I really liked. I keep saying it, I keep gushing about the pixel art and the animations. I find them really cute. What I found a little bit distracting was the characters, like, bouncing around. I think it makes sense for their talk sprites, but not for their overworld sprites. Also, it was kind of weird seeing Lore look pretty emotionless in his, like, little sprite, and then looking at his talk sprites and he's emoting. I kind of wish, like, even if it was just one frame, his little guy, like, changing expressions to match with the talk sprite. I know that might be a lot of work, but I think it would help and make it look a little less distracting. Also, the music is really good. I mentioned before that I used to fall asleep to it. Like, whoever did the music, mwah, beautiful. Love you. Here are my biggest gripes with the writing. I mean, I consider myself like a hobbyist writer. I mean, I mainly do like screenwriting. Felt bad for laughing, but I think the whole like evil voice thing is really stupid. Instead of having Lore and this guy be like a separate character, I think it should have been Lore's like internal monologue acting that way. And it might be curious for the player. They might see that and they'll be like, interesting. I'm not the most articulate person when it comes to explaining mental health stuff, but what I think is the game should have done a better job of at least making it a little bit more subtle and a little bit more interesting on the player side of things. Depression is a lot more than just being sad. You have the inability to do things. You feel like everything is hopeless. I know it's a common trope for video games, especially indie games, to do games about depression, but I feel like there is some potential here. You can navigate Lore's depression by the choices you make in the game, how you talk to other characters, how you do these different things. What I'm thinking with him is that he should at least have a little bit of hope. I like the phrase, like, the world is cruel, but I remain kind. Like, that's basically what I wanted. And I might be biased because I am currently writing a character like that for my story. Being launched in the story where you have a character who just kind of doesn't really give a fuck about anything is kind of disappointing. I don't know how to put it. Dialogue is really cringe. But what I think would help the story is having dialogue choices. And I know it's such a little thing, but having dialogue options, maybe highlight them in a different color. Have the player be like, why is it in a different color? Ooh, I'm gonna pick it. Oh! Interesting. Lore reacted a way that I didn't expect. I wonder why he does that. I honestly think it'd be a good idea to change the overall like tone of the narrator or whoever is speaking to us, to the player. I feel like it is Lore's inner monologue. I think instead of it being like super snarky, it should have just been like reflecting who he is, his personality. The dialogue options in the internal monologue hint at Lore having mental health issues. I mean, I know this is the quirky Earthbound-inspired RPG that has a depression metaphor. But hear me out. I think what you should do is have little dialogue options that are highlighted in like a little different color. Maybe the purple is like the depressive options, and the yellow options are like the hope. I don't know. And then there's like neutral options. And if you click those options, then it impacts the way that lore interacts with other characters in the story and the kind of path that you go on. What I don't see a lot in stories is when characters, especially younger characters, go on these big important adventures and they experience a lot of things and they get hurt or they almost die or things like that, and they just come out unscathed. With lore, he's being thrust into a fantastical world away from his family. He saw his dog die, like all these things where it's like, this guy's gonna get traumatized. So, I mean, like, the hope options are not gonna completely remove his trauma, but it will inspire him to keep on going, you know? Not exactly like a mental health system, but more of like a meter or some sort of internal factor or coding in the game where, depending on what dialogue options you choose, lore will interact differently with the characters, positively or negatively. And then there is like an ultimate endpoint for the depression thing where he just becomes like utterly hopeless, and then he turns into whatever the voice is supposed to be. But not like cartoonishly evil, just like complete apathy. Another option for the story is I think we should have more build-up to Baron dying. It feels really sudden. I've only played the game for like about an hour, and Baron died. Show the relationship between Baron and lore, as in how they interact together and how they feel about each other. Like, there just needs to be a little bit more time. There was not enough breathing room for them to interact before Baron was killed off. So what I'm trying to say is that having Baron die so suddenly just feels like sympathy bait, and it doesn't feel effective. I think it would be more effective if we had more breathing room with these characters. And yeah, it would still be disappointing. We'd still be like, oh, the dog died. Okay, I'm assuming this is like a sympathy thing, but it would make more sense if there was actually development for these characters. Pirate Software's YouTube channel and Twitch are currently bleeding subscribers, so I don't know if he's actually going to continue making this game, or if he's just going to take the L and move on. But knowing how he responds to situations, he doesn't take the L ever. I fucking called it. I remember back in the day, 2018, 2019, when this game like just came out. In 2025, this Pirate Software drama is happening, and I'm thinking like, wait, is that the guy who made Heartbound? And then I look, and it is the dude. And then I check the Steam page, and then like all the reviews are negative, and I'm like, oh god, what happened here? Did he do something really bad? So then that's why I wanted to revisit it, because I remember really liking this idea when I was a kid. But yeah, this is a little sad. It's a little sad seeing this game go from like being what I thought was peak and then playing it and then feeling so disappointed. I know there is more, but I don't want to buy this game because I know that I'm just going to be disappointed knowing that there's only about like 2 hours of content and I've played through half of that. I don't know. It makes me a little sad, but life goes on, I guess. Well, thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye-bye.